In the vast expanse of creativity and metal, today I'm going to be casting something out of this world. Join me as I bring an alien landscape to life in pure silver. Welcome back to Silverpunk, where we transform imagination into tangible art through the magic of silver pouring. Every journey begins with a single idea, so today I want to create an alien bar. So first, let's sketch out the idea. Here we go then. We're going to start by, let's just move my coffee out of the way. We're going to start by doing a little sketch. Now,
4 candles.
I'm going to do an alien bar, a portrait of an alien, and I want it to be in a bar, almost like a pictorial panel almost, I suppose. And I want it to be, yeah, portrait. So, if we imagine, this is going to be a rough, I'm not the greatest of artists, but yeah.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
So this is going to be the orientation. I want almost like a panel, like a wall frieze panel, and I'm thinking I want the alien in the centre. Then almost behind it, I'm thinking like some sort of, almost like a landscapey, like an alien landscapey, almost like a moon or Mars kind of landscape fantasy thing. And I'd like a head and shoulders alien. So I'm going to try and sketch out what I kind of want the computer, the AI, to try and make for me. So. Oh dear. Do aliens smile?
Yes, but it's not like I set my phaser to phase.
We'll give our chap a little smile, just for the illustration. And there's his neck. And then... there we go. Can you tell what it is yet? And then behind him, I just basically want some sky, I don't know, like a moon in the sky and some stars. These are like kind of like hills or dunes on the planet. Maybe Saturn there. There you go. So basically, it's going to be slightly 3D. We're going to make like a panel bar, and that's the kind of oh dear, why am I showing you this? Every time, this is how I kind of start my design. I have it in my head and I kind of just do a very rough sketch, as you can see. And we come out with, yeah, there's our little alien chappy. And yeah, basically that's what I want to create, because in my mind, I'm kind of trying to go forward to the finishing of the bar. All his skin, the alien, all his head and his eyes and what have you, that's all going to be polished. So all that is going to be highly polished silver.
Wax on, wax off.
And all this background, all the hills, what I'm just shading in here, and all the sky, if you imagine all that, I'm going to heavily tone that. So all that's going to be multicoloured behind him. And actually in there, that's going to be really shiny. So you'll have a nice contrast between the two. I don't know if you've seen one of my earlier videos. I did a design by 814 Casting, which is a circular round, which pretty much, this is what's inspired this idea. It was an alien in a farm, almost like a farm setting. And I toned that up the same way. I've done it silver and toned in the background. So I just thought it'd be nice to try and replicate that, you know, one of my own designs. But I wanted to do a bar. I've been doing lots of rounds lately. I thought, let's get back to a bar. Let's do a Silverpunk alien bar. So that's the idea. Now I've got to try and take that over to AI and see if that can create me an image in AI. So I'm going to hit over to the computer and start that. Right, so we're over in ChatGPT now, and we just got to ask it basically to try and replicate that little sketch that we've just done. I'm just going to start off, as you can see, horrendous typing here. I'm just having one of those days on the keyboard. But basically, ChatGPT now is just going to try and make the image that I want. So I'm just going to tell it what to do, give it some commands. And as you can see here, it's asking me back, you know, what type. Basically, it's prompting me to give it a better prompt. So the more information you give it, the better the outcome. It's a bit like, I suppose, garbage in, garbage out. If
malfunction, need input.
you just give it, or just do me a picture of an alien, please. You won't get nothing that cool, will you? Just get an alien, because it hasn't got enough context to do it. So it's asking me all different questions now, and then hopefully this image generator will spit out the thing that we want. And if it doesn't, we just keep on tweaking it. We just keep asking it commands. So as you can see here, I've done a bit of a typo, but you can actually go back in and edit it, which is pretty cool with this one. You can edit it, and there you go. It's going to now read that and use its computer brain to try and sort it out for me. So there we go, it's understood what I've just like re-prompted it, and now it's going to actually ask me now what kind of landscape I want it set in. Do I want it in like well, let's see what it says. Does the alien have any distinctive features? What's the landscape? What should it look like? Rocky, icy, volcanic, lush? And I think for this one I'd like a landscape setting. As I said before, I've taken influence from the 814 castings design I did. So I think, yeah, that was in like a farm, like kind of like a farm landscape, I'd have said, with hills. So we're going to try and go with that. But obviously, if you think back to the sketch, I did have some stars and planets in the sky, so we want it a bit futuristic as well. But we'll see what we can do. I've, as you can see with the typing, I've asked it to make the alien grey, and it doesn't really matter about that, but you just got to give it some context for it to do the image. So let's see what it comes up with. And there you go, that's its first attempt, as you can see. Not 100% what I was thinking. For some reason it's kind of like plunked the alien in the middle ground, kind of like a sculpture. So we've got to give it some more prompts. It's our fault, because obviously it's AI, it's a computer, it doesn't know what's in our heads. We have to tell it more. So I want some planets in the background in the sky, so we'll ask it to do that, as you can see here. And you add some planets and stars to the sky. And also I want the portrait at the foreground, so I'm going to ask it, can you please bring the alien to the foreground? So now it's got that information, it's going to have another go, and we'll see what it will spit out. So there we go, that's looking a bit better. But again, we've still got the alien plunked in the middle, but it's not too much of a problem. I can work with this image because I can actually cut it into a bar. We want to make a bar, so this would be possible. So we will download this one and we'll just have a quick look at it. That was a quick run through, as you've just seen, on ChatGPT, going through how we done the image. Now obviously you can go into a lot more detail. There's loads of videos out there that were, you know, some could be an hour or so long, talking about how to do context and how to make prompts. That was just a very quick run through, and now this is the image that we got to come out. As you can see, I've cut it down a little bit, because if you remember, he wasn't actually at the front, he or she, the alien, wasn't at the front of the picture. So I've cut it out, and yeah, there's a bar. Now this would work okay. I think that's a good design, but obviously I'm going to do a different one, because it's for me to show you the whole process and what prompts I put into ChatGPT. As I said, it'd be a massive long video. So this is the actual one I've actually made to actually make the bar from. This is the one that I put in special prompts and give it a lot more detail, a lot more context. And if you do want to see all that process, I will be showing that over on my Patreon channel. The details are below in the description to this video, so go check it out. It's pretty cool. Only £3 a month, and there's a free feature as well, so you don't have to pay. So a lot more content over there. So this is the actual image I'm going to now use to make into a depth map to make the actual 3D print. So as you can see, here's a depth map that I created. Again, this is a bit of a long process, and you got to know what you're doing, so I'm not going to bore you with all them details, because it does go on a bit, and this video would be massive. I mean, there's video, as I've said before, about the image generation video. There is videos out there over an hour explaining how to do these things, so you can go and find it on the internet. But here's the depth map. That's what we're now actually going to make into a 3D STL file, which we then can go and put in Cura and print off. But before we do that, let's just have a quick review and a quick run through from where we've come from the sketch all the way up to the depth image. Now, as you can see here, this is how they've all turned out, and I think it's pretty cool. We've gone through the process, and that's where we're at. So now let's jump over and look at the STL file. Here we have it then. Look at this bad boy. I'm just so happy how this has come out. As you can see, I just kind of changed I just made it a little bit of a thinner bar. If you can remember what the image looked like, it was a bit wider. So I just made it a bit taller, and look at that, it's come out really well. Nice thick bar, and if you see, like, it tapers at the top. So this one should stand up on its own as well once it's poured, so that's an extra bonus. So it looked really cool standing up on a desk or however you want to display it. So now let's get this across to Cura and get it sliced and get it ready for 3D printing. So we're over across in Altimaker Cura now, and I've imported it, and look at this bad boy, look how cool. Right, first job is to get it standing up on its edge, because I want to print this one basically vertical on its edge, because I just seen when I'm printing, it just seems to me to get a lot better detail with my printer. So there you have it. There you go, and that's how it should stand up. When it's actually 3D printed, it should stand up and look really cool. So we've got that done. I've already got it to the right size in Blender, and what we'll do, we'll get this sliced up now and see how long it's going to take to get printed. So there we go. Click splice. Let's see. Come on. Come on. There we go, 2 hours 7 minutes. What we'll do now, we'll have a look, we'll just have a quick preview and have a look at the layers, what it's going to do. Oh, and as you can see, there's the blue bit right in the centre, in the front of the alien's head. That's a support, that just holds it up. You'll see it's just under the chin as well. So it's holding, by the look of that, holding the chin up and his eye and a bit of the hair. I say he, it looks more like a female alien to me, but that's how it prints out. So that'll just be in front of the print to support it. And as you can see there's the actual infill pattern inside. How cool is that, guys? Look at that bad boy. So there we have it. I'll just show you the nozzle now printing away. That's what it'll actually look like when it's printing away my end. So I think what I'll do now is get this saved and get it across to the 3D printer and get it printed out. I really want to get this one in the sand. So let's get on with it. Here we are then, we're over in the shed, and as you can see the 3D prints come out well cool. Look at that, nice thick bar, so it's going to be a nice chunk and it'll stand up. And look at that, the detail's really cool on this, so let's get straight into it and let's start preparing the sandcast. Now the first job as always, get some powder on it. Now I'm actually using, I say powder, I'm actually using corn flour at the moment because I'm out of talcum powder and the missus won't let me use the Nippers baby powder. So yeah, this is actually corn flour. So, but it does the job, so we get a good covering on and then we get a lot of it off. We want to get quite a bit off, but as you can see there's still a little bit on there. So, and this just helps us with the cast. It stops the sand sticking to it. So let's get half the flask, there we go, and we'll start getting the sand on. Now the first bit of sand that I like to put on, I like to always put it through a sieve just to make it really fine. And this is just, I mean basically this is just so we get a nice crisp impression. So once we've done the first little layer, just sieve through, then we can start lamping it in, getting some bigger chunks in and really compacting it down. Well, there you go, there's the first little bit sieved on, and then you'll see now I'll start lamping it on, I'll start putting more in, and we'll get it all filled up and get on. What am I saying? So as you can see, I've just done the first bit and I'm giving it a good press down now, giving it a really hard push down. And what I'm trying to do here is I can almost feel the 3D print moulding under my fingertips. I'm giving it a real good pushing because I want that first impression to be really crisp. So we've compacted all the sand in, now this is the fine stuff. And now what we'll do, we will start lamping on top now, but that just gives it a good foundation, a good crisp start hopefully. So here we are then, moment of truth now. We just give it the last push down now just to make sure it's in, to get those last few details. And then we'll give it, what we'll do, I'll give it a little tap with the old spoon. Now this is just to try and create a bit of air underneath the mould so it'll pull away a bit easier. Now you see I haven't got the drill hole, I haven't got the punt screw for this one. So I'll have to go old school and use the old tape. So we're pushing it on quite hard now, as you can see. Using my nail to get in the ridges, press it in. Now hopefully this will lift out and we'll see what we've got to work with. Oh, there we go, look at that bad boy. Look at that impression. So now we'll get over to the pour. Oh yeah, everything's just going so cool today. Right guys, slight problem. For some reason, I'm not sure why, I can't get the crucible out the out the furnace. It's stuck in, so I don't know whether it was just a bit of a tight fit and it's expanded with the heat or what's happened. So I really don't know what's going on. So we've got this little guy, this little alien lady I should say, ready to go, but it looks like I'm going to have to abandon the pour at the moment because I'm not sure how I'm going to get the crucible out. So I might have to just down tools, let everything cool down, and then have a look. So yeah, bit of a ball ache, but I'll come back to you when I know what's going on. Right, just a quick update guys. I let it cool down a little bit. So the silver solidified in the crucible and then I was able to pull it out. So I really don't know. I think what it might be, I think just the crucible's just slightly over tolerance. It may be just slightly too big, and I'm thinking a bit of graphite, it just wouldn't come out smoothly. But now it's cooled down and I'm just reheating it again just to see, because I've slid it in and out about 10 times. That's what she said. I'm hoping now when it gets hot it won't expand or anything's daft. It shouldn't do, I don't think. But I think, yeah, I think it's a brand new crucible today. I forgot to tell you that. It's a brand new crucible. So we'll have another go. The furnace now is back up to 880 at the moment. So I've just popped it back in and I'll give it another go. But yeah, bit of, yeah, must admit, never had that happen before. So a bit worried and like, oh my God, what do I do here? But yeah, we turned it off and I was able to get it out fine. It come out eventually, and then, as I say, I've given it at least 10 tests now in and out at about 800, and it was fine. So we'll give it another go, and if I do have problems again, I think what I'll have to do is abandon the pour today and have a look at the crucible and maybe like just, I don't know, just sand a bit of the side off or something. But if not, I'll just use another crucible. But yeah, really annoying, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get it sorted. So I'll come back to you when we're ready for the pour. Right, so here we are. We'll try again. I had problems yet again, so I had to abandon that crucible, put a new crucible in, and I've kind of had the same problem again. But I think hopefully, fingers crossed, it should be all right now to pour. I think these two new crucibles I bought, the tolerance was just a little bit wrong, just a bit too tight, but hopefully now we should be able to do it. So what we'll do now, we'll get on with the pour and we'll let's see if we can get this alien lady out and done.
Well, hello. I thought I would do a little different video today. Hi, all. It's good to see you. Okay, I'll stop using this voice. Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm going to try and do a quick discussion today. If I can keep it to a minute, I can make it short. Get down to business. Okay, so there's been a lot of talk about Costco and the bad mouthing that Costco is not a great place to buy gold and silver. Like we've got some here. We're going to try and do this a little different. I want to use my computer here. We'll do a little math. I want to go through a Costco deal. Now, Costco has been a great place to buy gold and silver. These Fortuna pamps were one of the first ones that came out. I got a couple of these on the third or fourth try because it's so hard to get the purchase completed before they sell out. We've also got the Silver Eagles. I got a couple of tubes of those before they sold out. Again, before all the price hikes, those Eagles were just an unbelievable deal. I believe I paid $5.49 minus the cash back from the credit cards and so on from Costco. These Lady Fortunas, I think I paid $9.
Hello and a very warm welcome back to the channel. I'm not going to be doing the usual Friday night vlog video today, purely because we've just had a brand new piece of silver hit the market and I've been fortunate enough to be sent one to review for you all. It's just turned up today, so I thought without any further delay we'd get it open and have a quick look at what's inside. And the first thing I'll say is I love the way it's been packaging. This shiny protective packaging really is great and will protect what's inside, no problems whatsoever. But if we flip it over, we've got our first little clue as to what this item is, because we can see right there, that is the logo of Silver Punk, a great guy and someone with a fantastic YouTube channel. He does his own pouring. He's got a website, which I will be linking in the description of this video, which I highly recommend you check out if you haven't done so already. But going back to the item in question, and I'm just going to open the packet there. Here we go. Right, we can see we've got a few items inside, which is absolutely fantastic. This right here in the suede pouch is what we'll be looking at in a moment, but we'll have a quick look at the items that have been sent along with it, first of all. And the first one is a poker chip, and I think this is a fantastic little addition. It really is. But it says, this poker chip contains a tracker. Subscribe to 365 to deactivate it. And that really is a great touch, guys. It really, really is. That's put a smile on my face that one has. Next up, we've got a certificate of authenticity right here, and if I take that out of this little package, you can see where we've got another one of the Silver Punk stickers right there. But the certificate of authenticity says hand poured GPS tracker round, weight 2 ounce, purity 39 fine silver, year 2024, minted 12 of 365. And if we flip it over, we can see we have the logo for Stacker Social right there. Intelligence Memorandum, a collaboration and top secret project within the stacking community between 365 Days in Silver and Silver Punk. The GPS tracker round, a 999 fine silver round, hand poured and finished, concealing a tracking device, or does it? Classified right at the bottom here.
If you've enjoyed this bad boy of a silver pour, check this playlist up here. There's a lot more to show you.